volume. Can you guys hear me pretty well over the music? Should I turn it down a bit? I don't know, should I tell y'all who it was that did the donation? You know who you are. Thank you. I mean it. I can hear myself in the living room because wifey has me up on the projector. This massive face is now even more big on a projector. Yes, it on me. Thank you, Gaymer. Music is a bit high. I'll turn it down a little bit more. TV stars. You're good. They haven't said anything, so I'm not gonna say who it was, but they know who they are, and thank you. Is that better? Let them be a secret. Yeah. Turn it down even more. Gotta love the delay on streaming. It's good? Okay. Cool. We got some lo-fi going because we're gonna be chill and we're having a real talk. As in the title, let's be real. I did one of these ones before. No makeup, hair's a mess. We're just here to talk. Not here to try and be like extra pretty or handsome or whatever. Sip sip! I'm just here to be real with you. And as I was setting up for this stream, this mental health stream, I did a little digging on what I could find for mental health on Twitch. And when I specifically went to browse the mental health tag, Twitch showed me a lot of streams that did not even have the mental health tag. Some of them did, so I knew they were showing if it actually had them, but a lot of them weren't. Medication check! If you haven't taken your medication, then do it now. And not only was Twitch showing a lot of non-mental health streams under that tag, but a lot of the people who had that tag, I clicked in and listened to a few and like looked at their abouts and whatnot, weren't actually talking about mental health at all. We'll work on timestamps since we went on longer than expected again. This is gonna be a shorter stream. Because I wanted to talk to you guys. Because there's some like stigmas about mental health. There's some things that I didn't really talk about last time. For one, a lot of neurotypical people, meaning people who haven't been diagnosed with any kind of mental disorder or unlikely to have any kind of mental disorder on any spectrum. That's depression, that's Asperger's, that's Down syndrome, that's any kind of mental disorder. Neurotypical people are often quick to dismiss mental health and mental disorders. A lot of them will be found saying, everyone's a little autistic, everyone gets depressed, no, not everyone. That's why people get diagnosed with it. Because not everyone has it. You wouldn't need a diagnosis if it was normal. You don't need a diagnosis to be alive. You don't need a diagnosis that your heart works. You don't need a diagnosis to tell you when things work appropriately. Thank you for the Prime sub! Thank you, wifey! You get to enjoy all the emotes for longer. Pinky. I love that Gaymer is calling you that now. Pinky. You got me wrapped around your pinky, that's for sure. And I think a lot of that stems from neurotypical people not really understanding the depth of mental disorders. Getting anxious and having anxiety are not the same thing. Getting depressed and having depression are not the same thing. Having a hard time focusing occasionally does not mean you have ADHD. Look at those cute blushy emotes. I love them. I see you blush in real life all the time, and it's just as cute, if not cuter. I should have taken one of those pain meds before stream. For those of you that don't know, like if you see me rubbing my chin or complaining, or if I get an ice pack at some point, I'm having some dental issues that are pretty bad. During my last pregnancy, a lot of my teeth ended up breaking. Like this over here. That one broke. This hole back here. That one broke and had to be removed. And now this one. It was broken and now it's started to get infected with an exposed nerve. So it's been causing me a lot of pain. And we're gonna have to deal with that bill come Tuesday. Which kind of is what triggered some of my anxiety issues recently and what made me kind of want to talk about all this in the first place. I don't like spending money on me at all. Like, even when I know I need it, if I feel like I can push it back, I will. To the point that it becomes harmful to myself. I will shower my friends with gifts all day. Like, I will throw biddies at you. I will give Pink all the random gifts. Like, you can ask her. Like, whenever I have regular income, I throw gifts at her at least on a monthly basis. She always yells at me for it, but I'm not gonna stop. That's how I show my affection. Thank you, Pink, for her dream that, hey, everything's gonna be okay. Can I use it for gaming? You're so sweet. I know things are gonna be okay. I'm not in a bad headspace right now. I was, but, you know, I kind of brought myself back to my state of normalcy. I appreciate it, though, Gaymer. I see that you noticed the new channel point redemption with coincides with mental health. And it's called It's Gonna Be Okay. And that's, you redeem it anytime. Like, even if you're not having that rough of a time and it's just, you're in a bad mood because something little that happened that day. Like Gaymer. It's gonna be okay. Anything that you are going through right now is temporary. Things get better. And it's gonna be okay. And Pink, everything gets better. It's gonna be okay. You sometimes will feel like you're trapped. Sometimes you'll feel like you're at your lowest. Sometimes you'll feel like you're not doing enough, but you don't have the energy to do any more. It's gonna be okay. It's okay to take breaks because you need them just as much as you tell everyone else they need them. It's okay to put something off a day, 2, even a week, however long it takes for you to get back into the right mindset to work on it again. It's okay to take care of yourself. You should be your first priority. It doesn't matter if you are a mom, if you are a child, if you are a spouse. If you cannot take care of you, you can't take care of anyone else. It's okay to take care of yourself. glad, Gaymer. Nice. There is a great quote from Bruce Lee that I like to remember. Everything in life is temporary, so when life is good, enjoy it. And when things are bad, know that better times are ahead. That's a very nice quote, Nightfall. I like that one a lot. But things get better. You get better. Been getting better. A couple years ago, I had no idea what gender fluidity was. I had no idea who I was. I had people that I gave the label of friends but were just using me. I got abandoned by those friends. I felt like I was at a big low. But things just ended up getting better. All of those things happened so I could end up being with Pink and having our beautiful daughters. You're describing me. You're so cute, Gaymer. Things get better. I promise. Sometimes it takes a while. Longer than you'd want it to. But things get better. A lot of times, those low lows are connected to anxiety or depression or this little voice in your head telling you you're not enough. So let's talk a bit about that. And first of all, if you don't, I'm really glad, Gaymer. If you don't have those voices in your head constantly telling you how bad you are, if you are not likely to have anxiety, if you've never been diagnosed with anxiety or depression, stop saying you have it. That's part of the dismissive behavior. Just getting anxious when you're stressed is not anxiety. Just getting sad when something bad happens is not depression. It is a constant state with highs and lows. It doesn't go away. When you are alone with your thoughts, that is oftentimes the scariest time for you. When you have anxiety or depression. You have to occupy yourself with something, or those nasty voices in your head start to bring you down again. I have a bit of a story if you don't mind. Don't want to derail your train of thought. Go for it. I wrote everything out because this is important. Please tell us, Nightfall. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. I want each and every one of the people that comes in here, even if they're not following, even if they just stop by for one stream, I want everybody to feel safe and comfortable sharing whatever they feel they need to in this community. If they want to help someone else, if they want to get something off their chest, please. Very interesting, Gaymer. Do some training called critical intervention training. This is to help when dealing with people with mental health problems. That's something that everyone on the suicide hotline is required to go through, by the way. Part of the exercise was to do simple math and word problems, occupying your mind with something easy to focus on. I am going to add a channel points reward real quick that I just thought of while you were doing telling the story. You had to do it with headphones in, with voices telling you all sorts of negative things. It was amazing how many problems you got wrong. Simple problems when you have those voices talking. It can be really hard to function with anxiety and depression. Just created a new channel point reward. I don't know if it'll show up automatically, but you can redeem Help is Here US for the US National Suicide Prevention Hotline. No judgment to anyone that redeems it, because you could be redeeming it for someone else. It was a real eye-opener for dealing with people who can't turn those voices off. Being depressed does not equal depression, just like you said. Thank you, Nightfall. It's unfortunate that a lot of... Well, no. It's not unfortunate that a lot of people don't understand, because that means that they don't have to go through with it. And it's not something you wish on anyone. It's just unfortunate that it's dismissed as often as it is. Or minimalized as much as it is. That it's stigmatized that you shouldn't use your sick days at work for mental health days. You need a doctor's note if you want it. No, you should be able to use your sick days for mental health sickness as well. Your brain is an organ. If your stomach stopped functioning properly, or your kidney or your liver stopped functioning properly, you would use a sick day and go get it taken care of. A sick week and go get it taken care of. However long it took. Do that for your brain too. Having anxiety or depression is a constant pressure on you, telling you to do more because it's not enough. You're not enough. Having anxiety is never wanting to talk about your problems because you feel selfish or like a burden. Obviously, these don't apply to everybody, but I talked to numerous people. I was doing research for a book about anxiety. I studied psychology in college. This is just what I've learned over studying anxiety for a few years. Everyone is different. Everyone experiences things differently. I want to say that before I continue. Having anxiety defies logic. So telling someone to calm down and think about it does not help. I know most people are just push aside some mental disorders or problems with people. It is really sad, and I really hate when I see that kind of stuff happen. Hi, Rogue Panda Leader. Getting guilt tripped for taking time off work for mental health reasons. I'm sorry that has happened to you. No one should be doing that to you. You should be allowed to take the time that you need to make sure every part of you is working correctly. Also, hi, I'm Panda. Saw the post in Panther Gals Discord. Figured I'd join you. Welcome, Panda. Rogue Panda Leader. I don't know what you prefer to be called. I'm going with Panda because that's what you said. I'm Damien the DM. I usually do D&D streams and sometimes scary games. And every once in a while I'll do these mental health streams. And regardless of if I'm doing a mental health stream, you are always welcome to talk about your mental health here. I always encourage people to be open here. This is a safe place. I do not allow people to be put down here. Putting down someone else for something they are going through is like automatic ban. Usually isn't like this, but would you like a hug? All the hugs. All the socially distant hugs. But yeah, as Gaymer said, I don't do these streams all the time. There's just stuff that's been coming up recently that was triggering some high anxiety and mental health issues for me, and I wanted to talk about it more because I've done a lot of research about anxiety and I don't know how I haven't talked about it yet. And I might make these mental health streams a more regular thing, like at least a monthly thing. Because I know that a lot of people with mental health disorders, if that's not what's actively being talked about, they don't want to bring up their problems. A lot of people don't want to feel like they're bringing anybody down, or that they're making things about them, or anything like that. I understand that when you come here and you talk about your issues, your mental health, anything that's bothering you, you're not trying to make it about you. You're just trying to have a safe place to do so. No one should ever be put down for anything physical or mental. Agreed, Gaymer. I could not agree more. An anxiety attack, specifically, is a tightness in your chest, making it hard to breathe, feeling as if you're being crushed. Sometimes you're sweating, sometimes you're shaking. It varies depending on the person. That is when you are already at your peak, and if you see someone having an anxiety attack, just be there for them. There's not a lot you can do at that exact moment. You have chronic social anxiety and cannot associate with humans, which are a total mystery to me. Autism for the win. A, being unable to do anything that normal, neurotypical people can do naturally. Being told that all humans need and want this, that, or the other. Totally alienating. I've now gone back to therapy only to hear the same things over and over again. Mostly I stopped caring, and that apathy has pushed me 2 steps from sociopathy. I understand that so much. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with severe chronic depression, as well as a couple other disorders. And my mom didn't take to it well. She didn't want to let me see therapy. She didn't want to get me on antidepressants. And she acted like it was about her. And she said some pretty nasty things to me growing up. You'll never be loved. You should never have children. You drive me crazy. You make me hate you. All those kind of nasty things. Which just makes things worse. Ah, Streamlabs does do it. Look at that, Gaymer. I'm so sorry that you've been pushed to apathy, Rogue Panda. Anytime you want to talk here, you are welcome to. We will not tell you what you should or should not do, what you should or should not feel. If you ask for advice, we will provide you with what we can. One of our regulars here also has autism, and he is one of the biggest balls of sunshine in this community. You are absolutely welcome here. Don't mind me. You're adorable, Gaymer. Are you gonna go on a hugging spree? We have youngins here. We have all spectrum of the LGBT. Hi, Talus. Thank you, honey. And for anyone new, Shadow Pink is my wonderful wife. Um, Apathy is merely a coping mechanism. I don't care about why neurotypicals do as they do or how to deal with them. If they can't handle me, maybe I'm not the one with the issue. That's honestly a great attitude to have about it. And that's kind of the attitude that I've adopted. What a real hug. I'm okay, honey, but if you want to come show off your cute new piercings, you're welcome to. Hug spree, I love all these hugs. I know it can be hard to have that attitude sometimes with people that you're close to. Even if you tell yourself you don't care, sometimes you can't help not. I know it's not about you, Pink. You've created a monster. No one wants to see Marshall no more. Chop that. I'll give him a little bit of meanness. That's my hard liquor. Sorry. I love the hugs. It's wonderful. Hey, beautiful. Come here. All the hugs. This is my beautiful wife. This is Shadow Pink. Also a streamer. Also very much about positivity. Oh yeah, sometimes it gets too much. Wife has been increasingly understanding. I'm glad to hear that you're having, that you have someone that's understanding, or at least trying to. At first it was hard for my wife to understand as well. She didn't understand a lot of the issues that I had because, you know, her family is super close. She had a fairly quote-unquote normal family. There's the adorableness. So it was hard for her to wrap her mind around the fact that I talk to almost no one in my family. That a lot of my issues come from my family. That my family is almost completely dysfunctional. But as she's gone through things in her adult life, she has begun to understand a lot. I love all this love in chat. It's so heartwarming. You guys always put a smile on my face. I'm lucky that you were able to reach the understanding that you have, Pink. I'm lucky that you are as supportive as you are. I mean it. I'm lucky to have you. And I'm lucky to have our girls. Not only do I have a lot of mental health issues, by the way, I also have a lot of physical issues that made having the girls very difficult, which also affected my mental health. There was a pregnancy between our two girls, and it did not last. And that put me at an extremely low point. Probably the lowest I'd been in years. I was miserable every day for a while. I blamed myself. Thank you, Gaymer. Thank you, Talus. But things got better, and eventually we were able to have Samara. But that was hard too. I had to get infusions. I was losing parts of my teeth. And I felt like it was my fault. Even though there was literally nothing else I could do. My brain was telling me it was my fault. My brain was telling me that I was going to kill the baby inside of me because I wasn't doing enough. And that really messes with you. That's what anxiety, what depression does to you. They tell you that all you do is hurt the people around you. That they're better off without you. That you should just be alone forever so you don't hurt people. I've stopped listening to that voice. I'm glad I found my soulmate in pink. I'm glad I have the girls. And I am glad that I have started streaming and doing all of this and talking with all of you. Because you are all absolutely wonderful. And I'm lucky to have each of you in this community. You guys are amazing. I don't know why you're calling me Amazing Talus, because you are amazing. You guys show up just to hear me talk about nonsense, or play random games, or tell a story in D&D. And that makes you guys amazing, because you are just here to support. You're here to talk to each other and help each other, and I love that. And if anyone is lurking in here and isn't part of the Discord, you're welcome to join, because there's just as much positivity in the Discord. There's also a lot of ridiculousness and goofiness and nonsense, but there's a lot of good things there. That makes me really happy to hear, Road Panda. Nice! Glad you finished up, Sean. You are welcome here. Anytime, Panda. Anytime. So I have to do this. Okay, you forced my hand. What do you have to do, Panda? Thank you for the follow! You're now an NPC in this D&D community. Does that rhyme enough for you? Damien, I'm gonna be real with you. No gender person that everyone loves. You are such an amazing, lovely, lively, cutest, and daring person I've met. And I'm glad I met you along with everyone else. Thank you, Gaymer. Thank you. And hi, Sweaty McSalty Balls. That's still gonna make me laugh every time I see that username. It's glorious. You guys are the reason that I'm here streaming in the first place, is to talk to you and hang out with you, and you guys put a smile on my face, and I hope that I do the same for you. One of the John's regulars. Yeah, I recognize the name. It still cracks me up, but I recognize it. It's good to hear it from people who know what they're talking about instead of just people who have observed it. Thank you, Nightsfall. I'm happy to hear that. If you laugh, then I did my work. Yes, you have accomplished your mission if that was your mission when you created that username. But to get a little bit back on topic, that's why I started streaming last month, to overcome some anxiety, show that we can do more than we think. Now, need to push and get affiliate, haha. You're in the right community. In that Discord, you're able to put up whenever you stream, and I swear this is one of the most supportive communities I've ever been a part of. I've been in the theater groups in high school and college. I've been in band. I've been in LGBT clubs, anime clubs, and like freaking chess teams, like mathematicians. I was a huge nerd, okay, in school. Huge nerd. Still am a huge nerd. But this is the most positive, accepting, supporting community that I've ever been a part of, and that is because of you guys. Obviously, it's not me, because I've been a part of all these other groups, and it was nothing like this. It's you guys. You guys supporting each other and helping each other like you do for me. Mission complete, RP+. I 100% support you trying to stream and get over your anxiety, Road Panda. We will help push you to affiliate. We're trying to do that with Nightsfall now. He just started streaming as well. Ready to complete my mission, I gotta make people smile while confused. Ready? Are you gonna say more of your silly words, Gaymer? Is it that time? Need to stream more and get the average viewership up. So you're at the average viewership point. That was a hard one for me too. That was the last one that I got. When you work or you go to school or both, it's hard to have enough time to get the amount of stream time that they want you to have. But once you hit affiliate, everything just goes up from there. Like, it's not easy to make partner or whatever. But once you get to affiliate, like, you show up more on searches and all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot easier to start finding people that want to join your community. So fish plus minus 89 teenagers and 56 no foods. What does your favorite color mean? Streaming some X-Wing tomorrow afternoon. That's gonna be stressful. Gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure what X-Wing is. I'm curious though. My first two immediate thoughts are Star Wars and X-Men. Tells you what kind of nerd I am. To get a bit back on topic though, about anxiety and depression. See? There you go, Red Panda. Having anxiety isn't always obvious to people around you. Movies have made it out to be this ridiculous leg shaking or constant obvious. It's not. It's not. A lot of times, people with anxiety will have very small things that they do to try and help them cope. Whether it's something like this, a lot of people won't notice that. That's a small fidget. I've seen a lot of people with anxiety do. A lot of people with anxiety don't want to be obvious. They want to keep things as minimal as possible because they don't want to be annoying. They don't want to be seen as overdramatic, and they don't want to be seen like they're trying to make things about them. So a lot of times it's something small. It won't be something big, like movies can suck it. Yes, absolutely. Movies and their inaccurate depictions of mental health disorders can buzz off. People with anxiety are usually pretty good at hiding it. A lot of times you won't know someone has anxiety until they're in a full-blown attack. People who have anxiety always have it. See? Like our panda says. You learn to hide it. People who have anxiety always have it. It doesn't just go away. It's not only when they're having an anxiety attack. It is a constant state of being. So is depression. Sometimes it's stronger than others. Sometimes you'll have really good days, or even a week, where it's at a low and you can almost be normal. It makes it hard to speak up sometimes. We think we're broadcasting on all channels, but we're still fighting it. And very much so. I still, my wife and I have been together for, 6 years now? I still sometimes have a hard time telling her when I'm having a high anxiety time. Thankfully, a lot of times she can read me like a book, but it's not always obvious even for her. Even when you're close to someone, it doesn't mean you know when they're having bad anxiety. It doesn't mean they'll tell you when they're having bad anxiety. Normal isn't real, as my family saying goes. Normal is just a setting on a dryer. I love that, Sean. I'm stealing that. If that's okay. I love that. Normal is just a setting on a dryer. Oh my goodness. I love that. Can I steal that? I really want to start saying that. Also, Rogue Panda, Autistic Gaymer Sean is the one we mentioned earlier. I suppose so. Normal, never heard that word before. Everyone's weird in their own ways. For me and Pink, weird doesn't even exist. We say, I'm not weird, I'm just more creative than you. And that includes the voices in our heads. Hey, there's a link to Sean's YouTube. Wait, are you telling Panda lies about me? No, we are speaking only the truth. You already follow Sean? Awesome. People who have anxiety, surprise, people who have anxiety don't benefit from saying you did this wrong. That doesn't help. They know there's a million things already that they probably did wrong, and they feel bad for it already, without anything being said. Even if they did everything right, they feel like they did everything wrong. Instead, say, let me help you. Don't ask, can I help you? Because a lot of times people with anxiety will say no, because they don't want to be a burden. May I ask what prompted tonight's stream topic? There was an argument between me and someone else, not on stream or anything. And at one point they were just like, well, yeah, I have anxiety too. And it low-key infuriated me. Because dismissive behavior like that is not okay. Real question is, will I be able to get Sean to ground you again? Oof, that alone was enough to trigger me. Right? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. No, you're good. I said it in a mocking tone and everything. It's fine. It happened a few days ago. It's done and over with. Like, you can laugh. It's okay. A lot of times that's how people with anxiety and depression cope with it. They try to laugh it away. If they laugh, it's nothing wrong. But I know exactly where you're coming from. That royalty ticks me off. And a lot of times you won't say anything about it either, because you feel like there's no point arguing, or the voices tell you you're probably wrong anyways. You just get upset and you bottle it. And bottling is never healthy. So instead of having it stay bottled, I'm talking with you all. I don't know why I did like royal gestures there, but I do a lot of hand gestures. I speak a lot with my hands. That's what Paige tells me, except I don't bottle anxiety. Good. It's good not to bottle. When you get the chance to check out the project I'm working on an arty channel. What are you working on in the art channel? You have me curious. Gaymer makes wonderful art of everybody. Let's see. Oh, look at all those silhouettes. You're very good at silhouettes, Gaymer. There we go. Yeah, we have it set so only mods can do a lot of the commands, just so we don't get things spammed. Discordy! And if that link doesn't work for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure I have it set so it doesn't expire and it's endless uses, but if it doesn't work, let me know. Look at that blush! You're a talented artist, Gaymer. You will receive the compliments that you deserve. Talking to people with anxiety can be difficult a lot of the time. Even between people who have anxiety, but especially for people, neurotypical people trying to talk to people with anxiety or depression. How Gaymer feels like TM. I love that emote, Sean. I love it. If you ask if you can help, a lot of times they will say no because they don't want to be a burden. They don't want to put pressure on you. And They feel like they should be able to do it alone. If you say, let me help you, a lot of the times they won't say no because they don't want to upset you. They might still say no. But a lot of the times they're more afraid of upsetting you than upsetting themselves. You feel my face, oh no. If something isn't done, if you're with someone with anxiety, or you live with someone with anxiety or depression, and something they're supposed to do isn't done, it's because they had a million other things to do, or they were crippled by the amount that they had to do that they couldn't get anything done. And I learned something recently, that laziness does not exist, that term does not exist in the world of psychology. Laziness does not exist. Everyone has a right to be tired. And it doesn't have to be from physical stuff. You can be tired just from dealing with your own thoughts, because that can be a lot sometimes. You feel like that at work all the time? Like what at work? Oh, overwhelmed by the amount of things that you have to do? Your work is very stressful. You've told me about your work a few times, and I would not be able to handle it at all. At all. It's to the point where I feel like the world is caving in on me. I'm sorry that it's that stressful for you, and I wish there was a way that I could help. I can't go to work with you. I can't get people that you work with to help you more. Did you bring pizza, Rogue? Please take it as a joke, you didn't actually have to bring pizza, sorry. I'm gonna head out. It's always a good thing to have a mental break. Have a good stream. Thank you. Sorry if this was a bit more serious than you were looking for, but thank you for stopping in nonetheless. I hope you have a wonderful night, weekend, week, life. Whenever I see you again, if I don't see you again, I hope things go well for you. You're a cook, so what kind? Ooh, another cook, wifey. You just hyper-focus when that happens. If you can focus on one thing at a time, a lot of times you'll find yourself being able to get things done without having things looming over you. Feel better and have a great rest of your day. It's funny you say pizza because Pink and I were real bad, and we had pizza earlier. Not like we're on a diet or anything. I have dietary restrictions that I really shouldn't be having pizza, but I'll make that sacrifice. We live by a really good pizza place. People with anxiety oftentimes have a hard time doing that. Hyper-focus, being able to focus on one specific task at a time, because all of those other things that they have to do are just slamming around in their head like a pinball machine. They'll chip away a little bit at everything that they have to do instead of focusing on one. You can call me Gaymer, and do you mind going by Rogue or Panda? Either work. Noted. We might have another panda in this community, so I might go with Rogue if it's okay with you. You're always bouncing around, hussy. See you. So, people with Rogue is fine. Okay, awesome. I don't want to upset anybody. People with anxiety a lot of times have a hard time prioritizing anything. You see nothing bouncing. Because to them, everything is important. Everything needs to be done. a lot of times they'll skip meals to get things done. They'll forget to shower. They'll forget to do basic care for themselves because they have to get these other things done. They are not a priority. These things are a priority. But anxiety is a real thing. I remember once when I thought I was not going to be able to pay my bills and I almost had to go to the hospital. I really couldn't breathe and my heart was running a mile a minute. Oof. Okie dokie. Oh, and before anything else, if you don't mind me asking, do you have any preferred... Yes, what are your pronouns, Rogue? Such a bad panic attack. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Hey. Panic attacks, anxiety attacks, they're very, very close to heart attacks. And obviously it's never a fun thing, never a good thing to deal with. And a lot of times it feels like there's nothing we can do to avoid those either. Even now, I'm doing the fidget thing that I mentioned earlier. That's my fidget thing. Is I'll do small little movements with my fingers, either on something or if I don't have anything around, I'll just do it with my hands. He is fine, they is fine. Can even call me me, she, and I won't give a smeg. Alright. Good to know, Rogue. Gaymer and I use they, them. Sean uses he, him. Pink uses she, her. Thank you. Because of that difficult time prioritizing, if someone has anxiety, you shouldn't, and they're in the middle of a task, you shouldn't tell them that you need this other thing to happen. A lot of times they'll feel like they need to stop what they're doing and go do it now. Or they'll feel pressure to get what they're doing done even faster because they have to go do this other thing. Just leave a little note if you can't wait, or just wait until they're done with the task at hand. Your anxiety things, you bite your lip. I feel like that's a relatively common one. That and the finger fidget are both pretty common ones because they're small things you can do that a lot of people won't notice. Biting the nails is a more obvious, but still fairly common one. People with anxiety are also usually very easily startled because they are always on edge. You're describing school at this very moment. It's as if they're in a constant state of fight or flight, so any sudden noise or any sudden weird movement, anything sudden will catch them off guard and is very likely to make them jump or flinch or respond, basically. People, and not just me, but a lot of the people I spoke to when doing the research for the book about anxiety, people with anxiety don't like to spend money on themselves. They're not a priority. They don't think they're worth it. The voices in the head tell them that if they get something for themselves, that's selfish. They could be giving that money to charity. They could be doing that to give someone they love something that they want. That voice in their head doesn't let them. They'll shower their friends and loved ones with gifts. But they have very difficult time even spending a few dollars on themselves a lot of the time. People who have anxiety a lot of times won't defend themselves. They'll be able to overcome it enough to defend the people they care about. Like, hey, don't fuck with my friend. Like, you can make fun of me all you want, but I will fight tooth and nail for the person I care about. That's a pretty common thing to be said amongst people with anxiety. Like, they can counteract their own anxiety by the endangerment or well-being of the people that they care about. Because those people take priority over their own feelings. They'll probably have a lot of anxiety, maybe even an anxiety attack, after standing up for someone that they care about. But they're gonna do it anyways. A decent amount of the anxiety attacks that people told me about were triggered by a confrontational situation. Either triggered by a parent, a teacher, or them defending a friend. Those are the most common situations. Every once in a while, there would be like a doctor or a bully or something that would cause it, but it was usually confrontation. H2O reminder, if you haven't had water today, you better get some water. You need to hydrate. I've been bad. I haven't had any straight water today. I've had cranberry juice, I've had kombucha, I've had pop, I haven't had water. I don't have any water immediately around me, but I will get some after the stream. There is a water I can see just out of reach. I will drink that one. But thank you for the H2O reminder, Gaymer. Thank you for everything tonight, everyone. Time to unwind before bed. Early work tomorrow. Good night. And again, thank you. There's one right there. I just can't reach you right now. Thank you, my love. Are you good? Oh gosh, this is where everything goes wrong. Haha. My horrible reflexes to not fail me this time. Always good to drink water over something every once in a while. Yes, it is. My friggin' tooth. Ow. Okay. Good night, Rock Panda. I'm so happy that you stopped by. I appreciate you sharing with us. I hope to see you around more. From what we've seen, you are a wonderful person, and you'll fit in just right with this community. At this point of the stream, I'm gonna open it up so you guys can talk about anything that's bothering you. Anything. Doesn't matter how big, how small. Doesn't matter if it's school, if it's friends, if it's family, if it's work, whatever. If something's bothering you, please talk to me about it. I'm here to listen. I'm here to give you that safe space to talk about the things that give you anxiety, that give you depression, that stress you to no end. Even if you're a neurotypical person, you don't have anxiety, you don't have depression, you're just stressed out, you're having a bad day, talk to me. Vent to me. It's okay. No one in this community is going to judge you for anything you have to say. I know we're in that weird seasonal change, and everybody's got allergies that are making things a pain in the ass for them. Hay fever, all that stuff. Everybody's stressed out from COVID, wondering when the vaccines are going to be available for everybody. All these weird things people are saying about the vaccines. We're in a stressful time. Bless you. You were so freaking adorable. I don't know if you guys can hear Pink's adorable sneezes. Bless you. It's because I mentioned allergies. Now she's sneezing. She is allergic to allergies. Okay, one, you're amazing. Two, everyone's wonderful. Three, saying sorry isn't always good. That's a good one. Saying sorry doesn't always help. You don't have to be sorry. I apologized earlier for this stream being too serious, and I shouldn't have. Gaymer says, bless you, Pinky. She says, thank you. I shouldn't have apologized for this stream being serious, because mental health is serious. Saying sorry isn't always good, but that's a very good point, Gaymer. Gesundheit! Dankeschön. I think that's how you say it. I think donk is thank you, and then dankeschön is like thank you very much. It's been a minute. I've got too many bits and pieces of different languages rattling up here. I'm trying to learn Japanese, picking up bits and pieces of Spanish because of my wife's abuela. I learned French in high school. I had a German friend that I lived with for a little while. Like, bits and pieces of a lot of things in here. A lot of it not helpful. A lot of it is just hello, thank you, and I love you. Je t'adore, ma cœur. That's my favorite way to say I love you to my wife. The literal translation from French is I adore you, my heart. Anytime I look at her, she's my heart. She has no idea what I just said. She was super focused. I was saying you're my heart.
I love you.
I love you. Learning languages is always fun. It is. Yeah, Pink started learning on an app called Duolingo, and she was loving it, so I decided to try it out, and it has been fun. It's like a game, but I'm learning to read the actual kanji, which is really cool. I thought that was going to be like the hardest part. No, that's the easiest part for me, is reading the kanji. Je t'adore, ma cœur. We're big cheese balls here. When we're full of love, we want to share the love with you guys. And I know it has been redeemed again, but remember, it's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. If you're here and something's bothering you and you don't want to say it, I understand. Sometimes it's hard to talk even on the internet. But everything's gonna be okay. Watashi wa anata o aishitemasu. Look at all these languages. Speaking of languages, what is your guys' love language? To be honest, Google Translate is fun to mess with. Not always accurate, though. What is your guys' love language? What is your favorite thing to receive from a loved one and your favorite thing to give to a loved one? My love language is 1,000 to like show affection to someone else. 1,000% giving gifts. Pink gets annoyed by it sometimes, but I will never stop showering her with gifts because that is my love language. Like, I am always thinking of you. This thing made me think of you. This thing made me think of you. This thing made me think of you. I shower you with gifts because everything makes me think of you.
Stop that.
No.
Stop it.
No, it's my love language. Accept it. Look at the adorable smile. Pink is absolutely adorable. My love language for receiving is physical affection. Pink, put the cleavage away. She did it again to you, Sean. She did it again. I'm pretty sure that's the same shirt. Like, we just did laundry, and I'm pretty sure that's the same shirt. But she just whoop. I don't wear stuff like that. Never. We don't have a talk if you purposely showing your cleavage. I would like to keep my eyes. Pinky. I love this wide variety of responses. Like, we're all such vastly different people, and yet we can all get along and understand. I feel, to a point, understand each other so well. Also, Paige is gonna have a word with you. This I want to see. This I want to see, Sean. Oh no, Paige having words. I know we've never heard from Paige before. I'm comfortable. This is my house. You are allowed to be comfortable in your own home, honey. favorite love language to receive is physical affection. Nuzzles, kisses, hugs, cuddles. I love to cuddle. I love receiving cuddles. And that was Dee's stream, and you flashed. Yep, both times it was on my stream, and she decides to go, oops. Little Marilyn Monroe moment. Did not show anyone, and it did not show anything inappropriate. Puppy face! I love the puppy face. It's so cute. I have horrible posture. I love the puppy face. Your eyes beg to differ. You have the cleavage now, honey. You have to consider that you can't just bend over willy-nilly now. On either round, because you got the cleavage and all these squats, you got the booty too. Listen, they are growing faster than expected. Well, learn when you are wearing loose, flowy things. Don't bend over. I'm blind, I didn't see anything. Gaymer, you're adorable. That doesn't mean flash whatever you feel. Alright. I think she gets the point. I'm sure we've all had wardrobe malfunctions before. Maybe not you, Sean. But a lot of us have. Didn't do it on purpose. It was a wardrobe malfunction. It happens. If you're on the red carpet and you have a wardrobe malfunction, it gets you famous. Look at that blushy face. All your emotes are so freaking cute, Pink. I mean, no surprise. They're based off of you, and you are absolutely adorable. I can't tell which one I like more, the blush or the poof. Poofy face. One of the perks of hiding my face from stream. And then when we did finally get to see you, we were all like, oh my god! We making Damien laugh? Yes! You guys always put a smile on my face. Like, I look forward to streaming, not just because I'm excited to play a game or I'm excited to do D&D. I'm excited for those things, don't get me wrong. I'm always excited for D&D. But I'm excited because I get to talk to you guys again. Look at the puppy face, it's so cute! Adorable blushy puppy face. Hey! Can we get some pink booty emotes in chat for that? A++ for Sean for making Damien and Pink smiley. And yes, Pink does have booty emotes as well. Cosmic Venus, hi! Thank you for the follow. I was trying to see a blushy face, not a pink booty. Well, you know, careful what you ask for, Sean. You tell us not to challenge you. This is what happens when you challenge the pink. Hello! We've been having a lovely chat about mental health and the importance of it, and the difference of having anxiety versus being anxious. The irony is I'm not. I don't know, Sean. It seems like you were challenging Pink. This is an absolutely wonderful community. Look at the otters from when we ran the Japan Pub Cafe. I love the otters. Otters are my favorite animal. That's why when I saw a giant plushy otter at a store, like, that was one of the few purchases I have allotted myself to get for myself. And I love it. There's no buyer's remorse. There's no regret. I love Oscar the Otter. What's your guys' favorite plushie or stuffy or just little thing you have at your house? And Pink, before you start to say something smart, don't say me. Sean, don't say Paige. Go! You you guys have a favorite plushie or toy or trinket or something that... Yo, Pog! Hey, Darwin! Welcome in! How's it going? Rose and some... They are not things, they are people. They may be tiny people, but they are people. Little smart ass. I hear a stim stopping. Are you coming over here? Enjoying your hot cocoa? I feel like your favorite thing is food. That's your comfort thing, food. Did you leave a burner on again? I definitely believe you. Time to draw actual faces now. Nice. I have a turtle from my childhood. His name is a creatively named turtle. Nice. From my childhood, it was my stuffed bear, Mr. Brainy. And I called him Mr. Brainy because he had glasses and a bow tie, and it made him look like a smart little teacher. Sean's live. Why is Sean live right now? Sean, what are you doing? Immediate suspicion. Sean is just chatting. Late night editing. Okay. Editing. Nice. We'll probably be wrapping up soon. We covered a lot of what we wanted to go through. And for those of you guys that got here late, we were talking about how having anxiety and being anxious is not the same. Having depression and being depressed or sad is not the same. You didn't start earlier because your voice? Fair enough. You're talking about how you need to take care of your mental health because your brain is an organ just like any other organ. When your stomach don't work, you go to the hospital. When your liver don't work, you go to the hospital. When your brain don't work, at least take a sick day. What y'all been up to? Sorry that I missed a decent amount of this. Yeah. Some people, therapy is counterproductive.
This is therapy.
This is therapy. I am not a therapist. I don't claim to be one. For legal reasons, I must specify that. I've studied psychology. I did not get my degree. I'm a dropout. Take everything I have to say with a grain of salt. Practice time. Now we were talking about how a lot of neurotypical people tend to be very dismissive of mental health, and it's very stigmatized to have mental health disorders, whether it be autism, depression, Down syndrome, anxiety. Like, there's a lot of stigmas against it. A lot of times people look at you as being overdramatic. A lot of times people don't handle it well. Started going to therapy and COVID hit before we could make any advancements. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you able to do like virtual sessions or anything at all? I was also talking about how absolutely wonderful this community is, and that includes you, Darwin. And how I'm lucky to have you guys, and I look forward to talking to you guys all the time. And you know, Pink is right. This is kind of therapy for me, at least. Getting to talk to all of you and seeing you in your little chat usernames. Just getting to be a part of this wonderful community helps me out so much. I post something in venting, and 9 times out of 10 someone responds within the first hour. I love being part of this community. We love having you. And I love the pictures of your lizard that you post. It's adorable. Long story short, TLDR summary. If you're neurotypical, don't be dismissive of mental health. If you have mental health, don't be dismissive of yourself. You matter too. You need to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. And no matter what, things get better. Everything's gonna be okay. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to give yourself rest days, weeks, however long. It's okay. Did you see the new Among Us update? I did. I'm sure it came into mind because of Discord. But I did. It's very interesting. Oh, it's because Sean's editing Among Us, yeah. But, yeah, just take care of yourself like you would take care of a friend with mental health issues. When you hear voices that are putting you down, make yourself a voice that you would speak to your friend. Act as if your friend is having those things said about them. What would you tell that friend? Take care of yourself like you would a loved one, because you should love yourself. You're worth it. You are worth it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve happiness. You are amazing just for being you. H2O reminder. If you haven't had water, have water. I don't mean coffee, I don't mean pop, I don't mean juice, I mean water. Take care of yourself, rehydrate. I shall. Hydration. Take care of yourself. Drink enough water. Try to get enough sleep. I know that one can be hard with schedules, but try. If you have a hard time falling asleep at night because you have a million things running through your head, play a video or something that you can focus on enough to tone out the voices but doesn't keep you awake. Or play some kind of music and close your eyes and picture what the music looks like. Of course I would. It's important to me. When I was in high school and whatnot, I thought about being a therapist. And I ended up becoming too afraid to actually go through with it because I didn't want to mess anyone up. I didn't want to be someone's outlet or source of like what they should do and then tell them the wrong thing and make things worse. That terrifies me. That's why I keep putting in these disclaimers in the stream. Of all his work. It is. I'm lucky to have the life that I do. I am lucky to have my daughters. I'm lucky to have all of you. And I'm lucky to be in the place that I'm at. That I can do these streams, that I can come to your streams, those of you that stream, that I can be a part of this community. I am lucky. Because you are here. Because you all help me. I've been around a lot of fake people, and a lot of people pretend to be my friends. But I can see it's legit with you. You guys help me. More than you know. Sounds a lot like you. When I've noticed that I've been having a lot less of my big lows since I started streaming with this wonderful community. Because if I'm having a moment, I can put it in venting, and then you guys respond so quickly and help so quickly. understand where each other's coming from. And then we get glorious moments like that. Moments in the stream or in the Discord where you just have to laugh. I don't know if you all can hear it, but Pink is over here in the kitchen just off the screen. God dang it, Pink. But she's over here, and then out of her phone just comes.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. We all need to laugh. We need these moments.
I'm a goofball. I'm
I
sorry.
know and I love it. Don't apologize for it. You make me smile and I love it. Just don't do that on stream anymore. And like none of you ever have to apologize for bringing something up or saying something silly or justify it or anything. Like, sure you are, says Sean, about being sorry. It's very helpful to have a board to talk to, someone to listen to your problems, even if they can't give you a solution. They help get some weight off. Exactly, Darwin. Just having this community of non-judgmental people is so wonderful and cathartic. Hug, Darwin! Hugs for Darwin. Why didn't Streamlabs do the thing? Is it hugs with an S? Is that the problem? I can never remember if it's hug like singular or hugs plural. There it goes. Streamlabs was just being a slowpoke. All the hugs, all the love, like this wonderful, wholesome community. Like, I know a lot of you might be totally fine, and I don't need to say it, but a lot of you might also be in a place where you don't know that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be able to laugh. You deserve to be loved. You deserve someone to be able to talk to. You deserve kindness. You deserve to be treated well. You are a wonderful person. Even if the voices in your head tell you you are not. You are here in a community that quickly gets rid of toxic people. That means you're here because you are wonderful and you are supportive and you are a wholesome little bean. And yes, you can be pervy, or yes, you can have foul language and still be a wholesome little bean. Look at Josh, aka Wizard Cat Dragon. He's got a heck of a potty mouth and yet is one of the most sunshiny, wholesome people I've ever met. All of you, aka Sean with Honey Pie. Thank you to everyone that has come by, even if it was just to stop by. Oi! Even if it was just to stop by. You almost made Pink Spitter hot chocolate, Sean. Pretty sure I saw some come out her nose. Thank you guys for being here. For me, for each other. If you're new, if you've been around for a while, thank you. Honestly. All of you just being here makes me smile, makes me happier. You're playing it because you guys like it when I do. Sure, Sean, that's why you're playing it. It's okay. It's okay. It is hilarious seeing Sean be awkward AF. That's why we love the Sean blush emote. Look at that Sean Page emote. It's so cute. Aren't they an adorable couple? Sean talks about Paige all the time. It's adorable. Look at that blushy face. So cute. I adore this community. You guys are so wonderful. And to keep it within the community, we're gonna call our stream early, like I said. And we're gonna go ahead and roll credits and send a raid to one of the lovely people in our community who probably already sees it coming. We're gonna go ahead and raid Sean for his editing stream. Because I rarely get the opportunity to do so, and you cannot tell me not to. Have at it, Sean. Have at it. I'm a horrible solo imposter. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who failed in hide and seek. Have at it. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a great however long till I see you again. And if I don't see you again, that means that you just need to have a great life. You deserve it. You do. Sean Gaymer? Disregard your last. Sean Happy Gamer Confused.
Sean 3 Gamer.
Scores? Stay safe. Yes, absolutely. Stay safe. Let's roll credits. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Pink's stream. And if you stopped by here and you're new and you don't know, my wife is a lovely streamer who is part of this community, supports all the same things. So if you like me, you'll like her even more. She's way more charismatic. Go follow her. What are you doing tomorrow? What's ahead in the polls? Love you guys. Hope to catch you all tomorrow. Yes, absolutely. It's tied between the Pokemon Nuzlocke and Path of Exile. You've been craving Path of Exile.
We'll see. I'm gonna end it tonight though, so you guys have till tonight today.
In case you didn't hear, that voting ends tonight. So you have till then to vote on what she streams tomorrow. It's tied between Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke and Path of Exile. So if you want to see either of those, go vote. Do the thing. It's under the announcements section in the voting time channel.
Also waxing the stream.
Oh, you doing that tomorrow? Tomorrow's gonna be her waxing stream. Oof. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. Path of Exile is a lot like Diablo, but with the most redonkulous skill tree I've ever seen, in that there's over 1,200 options on the skill tree. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of chaos. It's glorious. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Pink's come to flash everybody again.
No flashing. Bye everyone.
Good night.